to send a message across, educate each other, and also let Ghanaians understand why we have to be part of politics in Ghana. We can accuse, but we need to be part of it. We need to be part of the conversation. We don't have to add too much tribe to our political discussions. Too much religion confuses us. We just have to be blunt and straightforward when it comes to the issues. And what is on the table today is very complex, because we have a president who believes that he does not have to leave office. He's so entitled, and the government of the day, that is the NPP government, they feel they are not supposed to leave power. So at this last moment, they are beginning to show signs of resistance. They want to kill more. They want to use the Electoral Commission. They want to use the Ghana Police Service tonight. News coming in is that they want to use the Ghana military to kill more Ghanaians. Coalition issues came up this morning. We will also talk about that issue and how the Jubilee House tonight. As I speak to you right now, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has been summoned at the Jubilee House. They are making decisions to release the Ghana military to come in into the system to cause a lot of mayhem. So if you're watching me tonight, there's lots and lots of things happening. The NDC are not backing down. They are here, and they are ready to protect the democracy of this nation. The rules are the rules. The laws are the laws. We all have to protect the laws. And so we are not supposed to tweak the law to favor some people at some time, and also tweak it again to favor some people some other time. It's very, very important that we become very strict and also be consistent when it comes to application of the law. So lots and lots of things going on tonight as you are in your homes. Remember, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Ekufuado, and the rest of the NPP group are in the Jubilee House right now having a meeting. They want to release the military into the system tomorrow morning. In fact, tonight they will be releasing them to go surround the Electoral Commission office because they want to commit a crime. And these are things that we've been talking about. These are things that we have been preaching. The NPP as a political party is never supposed to be allowed close to power again. We are not supposed to allow this group of ingrates, these filthy criminals, this disease of human beings, these stinking buffoons to come close to power again in Ghana. But hey, when we get there, we will talk about that. It's very, very important. Our main story will be about the regular coalition, how the Electoral Commission wants to limit the numbers of the NDC in Parliament, how they want to use the police, they want to use the military, how the president and the vice president tonight are having a crunch meeting to basically kill more Ghanaians, to put fear in us so that they can manipulate Parliament. Jane Mensah, Bosman Asare, they are ready to do what Ekufuado wants. That is why I keep telling you that so much coming in tonight. News in the Dawson. Wow, we shame in Yumbre, and then Yumbre, Yebedi, Ghana, Hong Kong. Nanado Danko Ekufuado, Mahmoud Bawumia, and Yumbre, Minumkase, Omo Jubilee House, Omo meeting as I speak to you. Ninyana say they want to kill from tomorrow. Ochina, Omo Pesa Jane Mensah by force or kind abandoned MPP. 9 constituencies na kan nyina mo pesa mo de ma MPP. And then you 5BN for and you yedi soldier for air kwakogu EC around the country. The instruction is if anybody comes around they should kill. But you know something, power belongs to the people, and Nanado Danko Ekufuado ene Bawumia de omo beye bia no, the people of Ghana and Onyankopon a oje Ghana be si we do this point, you know, that God and we the people, because when we come to make together, we become God. We will take this power. We have taken it already, and we will make sure we swear in John Dramani Mahama on the 7th of January. No matter what they do, Ghana and Konichi. And those 9 seats, no, they winning, yeah, we winning legitimately in Sabeka. They won't winning, so Obian Sanka. They need to understand these things. Baby, you know, majority of the people are calm because they are sensing something. And you know, Ghanaians are not that stupid. And be assured, say, I'm not careful. In the next 10 hours, it could be about tilted. I ain't to Jinabim because Ekufuado, because Bawumia, because of Jane Mensah. It's very dangerous. You might be chilling at the beer bar watching me and laughing. Maybe your channel now you don't have any Ghana again because of the decisions some people are taking right now at the Jubilee House. Because of the decision some people are taking right now as I speak to you at Jubilee House, this country might not be the Ghana you know again from tomorrow. And it is serious. Into more so for now, more politics, no. The burning, the killings, the destruction is going to start in less than 12 hours. And you might remember me and say, Kevin Kasim, we wan kan ye. You know, for Ghana. But from tonight, Say yamba together to protect our democracy. From tonight, yenya democracy ni biem. We will all run from Ghana. And it's because of the decision Nana Dankwa Ekufuado, Bawumia, any Jane Mensa, Boss Mamo, taking an adri. They have involved the military. Some of the military leaders also are NPP guys who are ready to kill. So it's complex. It's complicated. It's not something that you have to joke with. I'm telling you. Mema Obia and Jenny said it is over. For a week now, I catch them on. So the breaking news coming in is simple. Breaking news coming in. Sure, the grand start here. Breaking news coming in. They didn't know my team, they are telling me to hold on a little bit. They are giving me one last confirmation. I'll give you the breaking news coming in. So many things happening tonight. And I agree, Jubilee House Ekoso, meeting Ekoso. This is how we are supposed to end our last show of the year. But we have to, because we have a president who is a fool. We have a vice president who is also an idiot. They don't understand what democracy is. We have a majority in parliament full of idiots who think, say, they deserve power. So this is what we are fighting with tonight against as Ghanaians. And so Ghana and Ibijans say, oh, we the BB and see a BBC. Don't underestimate what is happening. Nanado Dankwa Kufuor the MPP ni J Mensamo, they don't want John Mahama to be president. They don't want 7th January to happen. It is our junior say all that we are saying is a liar. Ya can't be seen there. Bibi no ya can't anya no kre. I want to tell you, say nyumre mo Ghana for moto aba man come ho ambom anya ready to protect your ballot and this democracy. From Ochina in the next 24 hours, you will not have Ghana. Thank you very much for tuning in. I can see it says so many people across the world. On Facebook, we have so many people. On YouTube, we have over 3,000 people watching me tonight. Emily Nola is watching me tonight. Good evening, Emily. It's Friday. How are you? Mabel, it's Friday. How are you doing? Yakubu, it's Yamba. It's Friday. Agnes Kwache is also live on YouTube. I can see Shannon live on Facebook. Harrison T. Cooper is live on Facebook. Harrison T. Cooper, yeah, that's right. Afi Kaukumi is also watching me on YouTube. Keep on Laughing by Kofi something is also live on YouTube. Emily is back again. Ghana and I want to say thank you very much. The whole Ghana no nyame enshira obia enyumbre. There are a few people in Ghana. I would like to tell them, say, I really appreciate their support. Any the year, all these years behind the scenes, their support and all that. Especially, there's one man I would like to say thank you very much to. Oshamepa every single evening. Mihunida, your friend Mr. Tanko, aka Kamuzu of Nima. Mr. Kamuzu Nima. Kumasi. Kumasi, Mr. Tanko, good evening. This is your son's friend. Your son, you know your son. Yes, your son is called Fat. This is your son's friend. I was with him in Kumasi. He has been supporting us now. That's why he has gray hair now. Right now, the gray hair is going down, boss. Say, because his team is winning 1 or 2 games. But I would like to say thank you very much, Mr. Tanko, for your support. And every single day, we show no, and you are very, very dedicated into Mr. Tanko, Kumasi Nima, Omofro Kamuzu, Mr. Kamuzu, aka Kamuzu. Yes, good evening and thank you very much. Now, Ediana Ekoso Amente Yankophobic cancer. Ediana was system. Andra Mikasa Michamo about a gentleman or Jubilee House, where we are cast, Wabeshe America or Maryland. Now, gentlemen, I have more information. How Sasikana, this is the guy. I'm finding him to so. I have lots and lots of things to show about this gentleman. This gentleman, no. Or na oye juma Jubilee House. Na oye juma Jubilee House. Your friend no eye Dominic upon AJ. Right now as I speak no or Maryland or US ha. Na this gentleman waton millions, thousands of cars. In fact, Nancy Besha America. Now another part of the crime he has committed. Crime now this guy has committed in Ghana no. It goes all the way deep down. There are thousands of Ghanaians are stolen cars from our porter. This gentleman actually gave the cars to them. Now, Oye Ejuma Jubilee House, on a year in charge of transport. Over 300 to 400 SUVs and a brand way a year free temaport at the Ache Atomamanko for. Sikana Unya and the America Bay investment, you be picking up, he's going to be jailed. The people who are fronting for this guy, any investment that he has done in America, you people too will be picked up because you'll be questioned on how you were able to put or have those investments. This man, no Jubilee House. Under his watch as the head of transport at Jubilee House, over 18 excavators. At a point, not a ton excavator, 40,000 Ghana. I'm telling you. A whole excavator at a point, na guy we or turn back just 40,000 Ghana. Yeah. About SUVs are over 200. This guy. Fremont Parina catch and say, Ombra Metatawa America. Oba America in do 3 months cry. We. Oba America 1 month grandry. I think he got to America on the 12th or the 13th of December. And let me check my ticket. I think so about America on the 12th or the 13th and will be drew America. Inti, this is not somebody all right, Mr. S. This is not somebody or you clean, sir. And anything I make us say, Omwa who are hosting him here. The people are or the sir criminal man in the Bible to investment are more frontier. I know he's here. Even today, I saw him. More frontier, you know. All of you guys are going to be questioned. Majority of you will lose whatever status you have here. Because this guy has committed a lot of crimes. Yeah. Your friend, Dominic upon AJ. And you know the amount of money he made out of the criminal deals he did at Jubilee House. Fremont Parliamentary on your quick, don't measure America. The United States authorities will question him. And all those people who collaborated with this guy. Moi, obe LED mo. Moka say, eye. Mulidi no ha. Emmanuel Beya adi awaye no. All you guys, you need to get ready because we know all of you. Just say, omubo krono no Africa. Omu wieska na mo muti krum ha na maji omo. Na mo di mudin, na mo de eye mo social security, na mo de monkrata air fronte criminal money from Africa. All of you guys are supposed to be ready because all of you guys are going to answer questions. This guy, I catch him. Now, all right. Now, there's another story I want to put out there. This man to Nidin Edde. And I've done his story here before. A friend Lawrence Joseph Ansah. Lawrence Joseph Ansah carries himself in Ghana, say, Oyejuma Ewo Jubilee House, state protocol. Dien. He's a criminal. He's a liar. This man does not work at the Jubilee House. Any document bia or the actual ubia or Ghana say or no sign a contract or better dine or better investment or and the document ni every document I was submitted be a criminal document. He does not work at the Jubilee House. He's a criminal. He has no political appointment. And I want to send this message to the Trasacco management. This man has defrauded a man. He told this man who owns a property in Trasacco, say he works at Jubilee House, Flagstaff House. He has a protocol there. This guy, every document that he provided to occupy that building in Trasacco, no, they are false documents. He's not supposed to be allowed inside Trasacco, and this is going to the management. This is the last time. I've done a story on this guy before. He has duped another person. The Trasacco management, we don't want Trasacco to look like a criminal estate. We don't want to turn Trasacco. We don't want to give Trasacco any bad image. That the management of Trasacco, you don't do your due diligence. You don't do background checks. You don't make sure, say, anybody who lives in that estate is cleared, is not a criminal. So it means your checks, your security checks, and your background checks are all not effective. That means any criminal or a murderer can live in Trasacco. This guy today is living in a building, and that building or Timuno or the fake documents in the bet's name. Now, when you go to Trasacco Phase 2, this building, and this man, Otimse Eyenedia, it is not his. The owner of the building just got to know that this guy is a criminal. He has no government appointment. He does not have any portfolio. He is occupying this building. In the next 24 hours, if the Trasacco management don't want the world to know that people they basically give houses to buy in that investment are people they don't check, they should take action in the next 24 hours. His name is Lawrence Joseph Ansa. The house number is 257. Trasacco management. It's simple. Trasacco management. This man, he has duped somebody with fake documents, staying at Trasacco and telling everybody that he works at the Jubilee House and that he is with government. This guy is a criminal. He is not with government. He's a thief. He's a fraudster. The Trasacco management in the next 24 hours, they need to get rid of this guy from that facility. If Trasacco fails to do that, then we will let the world know that Trasacco is not a place for anybody to live. Because you guys have failed to check the background of people who move into Trasacco. The building number is 257. The building number. The building number is 257. Tonight, this guy has lied to the management of Trasacco, and he keeps lying to you people that he works at Jubilee House. Every documentation that he provided, there was one WO, what's his name? He was held by a soldier to get this building at Trasacco. And I'll get the soldier's name. He's a current military man now. I think he's retired. Yes. It was a soldier who helped him to get into Trasacco. Every single document that he put out there is a lie. In the next 24 hours, Trasacco, they need to kick this guy out of that building. 257, phase 2. We don't want to start talking about the things happening in Trasacco. We don't want to do that because we know there are a lot of fraudsters living in there. And if you want that estate, the world to know what is happening there, we will let the world know. For now, this guy is not supposed to live at Trasacco. Thank you very much. Now, and in Sembebre, see. Is it the second one? Jane Mensa. Now, you know, McMenu is the one who is managing Jane Mensa. Jane Mensa committed a lot of crimes. One Botswana Sari. They are not ready to leave power. They don't want to give 2/3 of parliament to a NDC. They don't. Because they know how the NDC can use 2/3 of parliament. They are doing everything possible to take that from the NDC. And through that, they want to test the pulse of the nation. They know, say, the NDC right now, their supporters and Ghanaians, NDC, they all know that NDC is winning majority of these seats. Ekufuado wants to test the pulse of the nation. Now, wakase, Nyomana Ekosono on the 7th of January, yen to me inauguration. Me say in the next 12 hours, say Ghana and tilt here, Ghana will not tilt again. In the next 12 hours, say Ghana and tilt here, your democracy and say nobody can touch our democracy again. It also tells that the next 12 hours is dangerous. It is one of the most difficult 12 hours Ghana be experiencing. Our Ghana. And Ekufuado is ready. He's going to unleash mayhem on you people. Because he wants his way. He wants to force parliamentarians to win elections on you people. He wants the NDC to react. He actually wants Ghanaians to react. In the next 12 hours, if you think this is a joke, you will lose this country and majority of you will die. In the next 12 hours, you will lose your democracy and majority of you will die. It's not a joke. I wish I could hide this from you. I can't. You know, family or Ghana, but this is the truth. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he's determined to take the 2/3 majority of NDC winning of parliament from them. The 9 constituencies are persuaded in Yinama MPP. He knows the MPP lost most of those 9 constituencies. As I speak to you tonight, they are having a meeting at the Jubilee House. Mahmoud Bawumia is sitting in. He is also part of the meeting. They don't want to allow the NDC to have the 2/3 majority. Samo cross the 12 hours when Ghana and Dania and Dani Biem. And the Akufo-Addo is going to kill. Today he told his cabinet he's not ready to give NDC 2/3 of parliament. And if he has to take down John Mahama, he will take him down. He does not care. And from time of elections, the results, you didn't kind the results at Loud Silence TV about 4 days. And so Jane Mensa Bremo presidential results. Ninina Kra Medrune. Ya to about over 2 weeks. The Electoral Commission anchor presidential results in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The Constitution says 72 hours. We need to get the presidential results. 2 weeks. Ye nim nipa o win elections no officially. Last number of the winning yet. Jane said Jumanen say she is the returning officer for the presidential elections. As we sit in Ghana, presidential elections, Obiani Ghana will raise the objection or any of the results in the 40,000 police stations in Ghana. So why do you think, say Jane Mensa, after 2 weeks into me mamo results of the presidential elections, but she's more focused on parliamentary? Ask yourself why. Because it is Akufo-Addo who is saying she should not release the results. Because Mahmoud Bawumia got 38%. Because they want 2/3 NDC for 88 seats no munyano. They want to bring it down all the way to 175. NDC for 188 they want to bring it down to 175. They don't want NDC to have 2/3 majority in parliament. Have to be very careful as a nation. And then agree from the next ender to the next 12 hours. Say Ghana no and Dania and Dani Biem and the Akufo-Addo is going to kill. Now the breaking news we are getting in the say recollation na almost say omoba no china EC office no one shot ember, so it will be done at Burma camp. See, that does not mean say the recollation, the old EC office or Burma camp. That is where they are looking to go and do the recollation. So if you are planning on going to the EC office, you need to split it. Now, some people in the Ghana military, and as of one before more Ghana, that is why they are all quiet. I can tell you, say, I am for more Ghana, 80% they know the decision Ekufuado is taking with this. That is why they are all quiet. As I speak to you, they are assembling a soldier from the. In fact, let's you see, Mama can be being sure. And today is Friday. Let me rough cut it for you. So, person who say in Kofo we Ghanaians have to come together and stand, protect our country and democracy from tonight. From 1992, Fourth Republic, JJ Rollins BD Ghana so. But we have seen transition upon transition. We have seen how incumbents welcome incoming government or president-elects from 1992, 1996, 2000, 2004, 2008. So we are losing power. You see how they allow a year transition to happen. And we have witnessed a year elections, how results, presidential results, a year EC officials release them to the people so that the tension in the system dies off. We have seen a year handing over. Enya Krampono, Mwa Musa Kakrano, 2016, we saw it when John Mahama, the first time we president, losing power in the history of the Republic of Ghana and in Africa. That was something that had never happened. Say a president comes into office, the first time he loses power. He has access to the military. He has access to the police. He has access to immigration, everything, national security. But then John Mahama says, no, let me hand over power. We in Ghana in 2016, nobody was scared in Ghana. Die-hard MPP fans were not scared. The so-called neutrals, the so-called ahemfo, asofo, we were all not scared. Even though it was John Mahama's first time we were losing elections. We were supposed to be scared because John Mahama could have used the military. We were supposed to be scared because say John Mahama and as NDC for Kronoa. We were supposed to be scared because at that moment they were not ready to leave power, so they should have found a way not to leave power. Inti eno kekeno sena no krese John Mahama ye kronfo NDC for wiaye omodiewu. They were supposed to be scared in 2016 to leave power or to hand over power. Nobody died. And we, mamenom to ejanom, to young men who were on the street dancing, enjoying ourselves, nobody was scared. Even though we had been told that John Mahama and the NDC4, they have stolen a lot from us. They are criminals. So if John Mahama and the NDC had stolen, they were criminals. They had done things against the Constitution. John Mahama would have been scared. The system would have been tensed. But we saw how the transition happened. We saw how the Electoral Commissioner released the results in less than 72 hours to let us all know that the NDC lost the elections and Ekufuado has become president. Nobody, no military person got worried. No ex-military person got worried. No ex-police officer got worried. No current police officer. In 2016, there was so much confidence in the transfer of power. We had a lot of confidence in the regime that was in power. And the question here is, why are we so scared today? Why, after 14 to 16 days, Nana Dankwa Ekufuado 8 years in power, Mahamudu Bawumia has conceded defeat. After 16 days, we are still here. We don't know the final result of the presidential elections. Why do you think this is happening? This is happening because the people in power today have committed a lot of crimes. They don't want to leave power. After 16 days. So I want to ask, why are we not worried? Why are the chiefs all quiet? Are they not worried? Why are the Catholic bishops not worried about this? Why is Peace Council not worried? Why is Christian Council not worried? Why is the National House of Chiefs, why are they not worried? Why are the so-called men of God in Ghana, why is nobody worried? It is not because they are not worried. It is because they are scared. It is because they know Akufo-Addo is dangerous. They know the NPP government is a killing machine. But if we are all scared and we all decide not to speak, then it gives Akufo-Addo that room to do what he's doing now. If we all decide not to speak, and that some few young men and women are supposed to be doing the work of the people who are supposed to be the elderly in the room for us, then at the end of the day, do we have the right to speak the way we are speaking now? Because the responsibility on you, the elderly, the chiefs, the bishops, the whatevers, your responsibility, you are shedding the. So we are taking over your responsibility. Then it means we have the right to speak the way we are speaking tonight or every time. The reason why you are scared is because you don't trust Akufo-Addo, because Jane Mensah is not working for Ghana. Why were you not scared in 2016? Let me remind you something. Calculation. This was when John Mahama lost election 2016. The most painful defeat in any politician's life, because when you work diligently and you know sir ombo chrono na obi the chrono to so na at the end of the day nipa bi gidi na say lose election, it's one of the most painful thing. So lose election now when you say we discuss we nipa obo you are not pained, you are just better. But what happened to John Mahama in 2016 was painful because he had worked, he had been truthful, he had done everything to prove that he wanted more time to put this country on the right track. Even that time, only one term, after John Mahama lost of power, this is what happened. This is the transition.
Meanwhile, we are staying with issues relating to the president-elect, and Nana Akufo-Addo has promised to resource the security agencies for efficient service delivery. Receiving the Inspector General of Police and some senior officers at the Nima residence, Nana Akufo-Addo pledged his commitment at working with the security agencies to enhance national cohesion.
The IGP John Kudalo was in the company of some senior officers of the police service. The visit was to congratulate the newly elected president and pledge the service's unflinching commitment at working to maintain law and order. Inspector General of Police John Kudalo said the service is ready to serve to enhance the peace of the country.
As a police institution, we are not going to flinch in our responsibility to the government of the day, come 7th January, and also the good people of this country. We shall continue to be professional, very transparent, very patriotic and loyal to the state, and for that matter, the government of the day. Again, to see the security arrangements here as I've directed since the day you were declared the winner, whether it conforms to what your security details want, and also whether you are comfortable with it. So once again, congratulations on the victory you won, and rest assured that we as the people ensure the security of this state will not flinch in our support to you.
President-elect Nana Akufo-Addo promised to support the security agencies to work effectively.
We have an opportunity after the 7th of January to work together for the interests of the Ghanaian people. I'm confident. What I know about the Ghana Police Service, we're going to have very good relations. In opposition, there are many things you say about the way the state is being run. I have made some comments some of you may have found difficult to stomach. But it was not done out of malice. It was done out of my understanding of what the national interest required. The important thing is that we put everything in perspective. The perspective is that willy-nilly we are now forced to work together to deliver for the people of Ghana a secure environment.
After John Dramani Mahama lost power, and this was a police IGP who was actually appointed by the Mahama administration, because of the democracy we all believed in and respected, the IGP then walked to Akufo-Addo to say congratulations. Yeah. And he didn't just go alone or he went at night. He went during the day with all the police to say, you have been elected as the president-elect. And we are the police force, even though we were basically 7 John Mahama, or I was appointed as the IGP under John Mahama. I want to let you know that we, the Ghana police, the day you will take office or even from now, our service is to you. That is how democracy is. That is how the NDC government, what they left behind. That is the respect and integrity that they left with institutions. That is what made us so confident, and that is what made us believe that John Mahama will hand over power easily without anybody getting hurt. The police, the immigration, everybody went to the president-elect in broad daylight. Today, as we speak, the Ghana Police Service, IGP, the boss of Ghana Police Service, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is threatening him. Tonight, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is threatening Dampare that if he does not release policemen to go kill, he's going to release the military and that he will take care of Dampare. That is how bad. That is how dangerous. That is where we are as a nation. We have a president who does not respect the rule of law. Should the youth keep quiet? Should the young people of this nation react? Should they also go out and meet the military with weapons? Who are the military serving? Only the president of the people of this nation. Who is going to lose at the end of the day? Who is going to get shot? The military officer na yasumano na yire ne mma he no mote. Does someone know their families, where they live? I don't think all of them, their families live with them at their barracks. The police officer who is being prepared by Bawumia, who is the head of the police council, that police officer, as he packs his things and puts on his gear and takes his gun, is he going to go with his wife and kids? These are simple questions that we need to be asking. We are scared because we have a tyrant. We have animals we gave power to. And it hurts because they are not ready to even listen and respect us, the power we yield. Recollation today, as we speak, is illegal. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the EC, they know for a fact. Say, the NDC, out of these 9 constituencies, they have won majority of them. They know. Obuasi East, NDC won it. Domiko Abenya, NDC has won it. Insawo Medwejiri, NDC won it. Tema Central, NDC won it. Okaikwe, they know NDC won these seats. But they don't care. And what is making them so confident? What is making them so confident is because they believe what they did in 2020. That fear. Sa adieno moye in 2020 no. Sa ehuno. They believe that we are still living with it. And that is what is making Akufo-Addo more confident. Making Bawumia more confident that they can still do this again. That is the thing. Because they believe that this they did in 2020, they can do it again, and nobody in Ghana can stop them from committing those crimes again.
leave the hall. Everybody must leave the hall, please. Up here,
This is 2020. And she said, Unse Kufuado, Bawumia, Jane Mensa, Bossman. When you see the NPP parliamentarians believe, said they can do what they did in 2020 because they are taking their inspiration from what I showed you. But the question is, are we going to allow this to happen? We are going to allow Jane Mensa, Bossman, Ekufuado, that fear that they think they have instilled in Ghanaians. Do you think we are supposed to allow them? Because at the end of the day, we have the right to elect who we want to lead us, parliamentarian or president. And the people went to the ballot to tell the world the person they want to lead them. And going to vote, there were rules and regulations governing the voting process. There are laws that governs before and after that exercise. So when those laws na yes ambrana ebo election ho ana abato no before ebeto aba and after ebeto aba no so sambrana using in 2020 no say ende the same umbrana yentumi using in 2024 then the person who is trying to tweak the law is the enemy. Then it means democrats now will enjoy. There are some people who think say they can take it from you. And that is what you are seeing today in Ghana. Recollation EC using the court, it was directed by the Jubilee House. Nana Dankwe Kufuado, the parliamentarians or more parliament, NPP for and the Chief Justice say before they can commit this illegality, they need to use the court to commit the illegality. Inti Sabonia Jane Mensani MPP ni Kufuado mu epeso mu dino chana pano. Our court that is supposed to stand and defend us. Make sure the law has been applied well. The same court that is supposed to be the people's protector. The court is now the one leading the people who want to destabilize our democracy to do damage to us. Because how come that a law that was applied in 2020 during the elections, today we cannot apply the same law and that we need to enter court? Now, and the what is say a year EC MPP for Echo Court. NDC court about how a coalition, the Electoral Commission, episode Obumra so keke. You see, before we entered court, na emrana ewo ho no, EC din kebuso. And that is what we need to understand. Before this case went to court, before NDC went to court, before MPP went to court, na Electoral Commission ana commissioner no we boom ran so. And we need to understand that inti chaos be a ABC no Jane Mensa Electoral Commission they started the chaos. Because Emrane Chere say ye to aba near declare abano ye kind ye collate nearby coalition center from police station coalition center na ye declare abano ye ba coalition center na ye kind na ontiasia me ensan kind biem ye kind we are na ye declare the way we ni abana. After that it is done. Now the reason we can say na say hono njintu abetu aba court no the abetu aba court say is no at the end of the day omo na omo kwan ma obi challenge, because at the end of the day the EC nankasa cannot provide an evidence or evidence to support the claim say omo respective district officers and now returning officers in their respective constituencies no they were under attack or beaten or duress that they could not lift anybody's hand or could not, or they did not have the right sense, or they were not in their right senses to make a declaration. The EC till date, they have not been able to do that. It means whatever happened there was legit. So the court is not even supposed to come in. If the EC are able to tell us with evidence beyond reasonable doubt, and it's an NP, NDC for catcher EC say, time of confusion is starting now. Declaration a problem no. Or catcher EC say call an IPAC meeting. Call an IPAC meeting and let everybody put their grievance before you, because you are the returning officer. It is anka call it IPAC meeting na. Hono anka NDC betum the evidence actually no. Na MPP the ombre evidence actually no. Ono na ye EC no we decided, but because on him say the NDC did not have, the MPP did not have. No him say MPP for the evidence to prove say yet the respective returning officers in those nine constituencies, no, they were not under duress, they were not being beaten. The EC itself did not have evidence to prove, say, the returning officers in their respective constituencies were beaten or under duress. No, that is why J. Mensa, when the NDC called immediately for an IPAC, no, she ignored it, because there was a plan to ignore, have an oversight, or put it on the other side of everything that we're doing. Because the moment she opened herself up for IPAC, it will be an evidence-based meeting. And from day one, they had always wanted to rig these elections. And also, TSA may be a problem ni free. Mr. S. And also will be a free. From the day to about 2-3 days, the NDC can say we need an IPAC meeting, because what is happening is wrong. The EC did not do it. Momusa EC said, I didn't know IPAC because Kenya be no TV, so we will see the evidence being displayed to say none of the returning officers has been harmed. We will see on TV to say the returning officers obienwa ebono, but because the EC knew that NDC had a lot of evidence to make their case that they have won, she did not call the IPAC meeting. Quickly, she came out to tell Ghana for say, you know something, a year election coalition in 9 constituencies, no, we came on Jintum. The same time, no, na asamna okan wasamna, it is in court. Na NDC were courts. But Osabu court mrano so, and Osa taking decision say, a year results, no, she does not uphold the result. But so with TJ Mensa, every day okan or say, she does not decide who becomes president or MP. Then it means the law decides it. So if the law decides it, and the law from CI 127 clearly states what will make somebody be declared as an MP and be invalidated, then it means to say whatever happened at the police station the first day, is what we all should recognize. Because Debbie Okasa, or say the Electoral Commission is not the one who is supposed to choose president or parliamentarian. The law chooses parliamentarians for us, not the Electoral Commission. And that is a distinction some people don't know. J. Mensa cannot decide for us who is our MP. The law will decide, and the law is what guided or has been guiding electoral officers or returning officers to declare when coalition is done. It is the law that decides or gives us a legitimate member of parliament or a president. In the West Stadia, when she's reading the presidential results, she tells you that The law gives her the rights as the returning officer. Without the law making her the returning officer, Jane Mensah cannot make anybody president or announce that this person has officially won the elections. Critically looking at what we are seeing, the law after the day of elections, the law decided who won in Sawim, and the law was what guided the returning officer to declare the NDC as winners. It was the same CI 127, the same law that gave that returning officer the power to say that Dobi Kwabenya, the NDC candidate, won. The same applies to Obuasi East. So she does not have the right to take her own decision and decide, say, I am the EC boss, so I do not recognize this law. The law took effect. The law was exhausted at the coalition centers. Because the law is bigger than Jane Mensah. You see, say in 2020, right after the election, you can say Jane Mensah as the electoral commissioner, the end to when you win the election, or say the electoral commission is a body and she's part of the body. So she's not going to step out as an individual. But today, she's telling you that she, being the chair of the EC, she is telling Ghanaians that she has the authority to stop every the 9 constituencies from declaring who is their MP. You see the double standards here. Time and near friends on that came in 2020 or say the EC was sued and that it wasn't her. Today, she is using her authority over the law that is binding all of us. The law that is basically making this election. Or tia emranaso take on one decision amaye. You see the double standards. And then I catch say, all that is happening today, the electoral commissioner, Jane Mensah, on the bossman Asari, problem in the first place. They did it. Because there was no crime. No crime was committed from the beginning. They forced a crime on us. And a crime committee, and a committee crime, election. In Sawem Adwejiri, no electoral commission person has brought a doctor's report out that they were attacked. Till date, Domi Kwabenya, nobody has come from there saying, no, or you're representative of the electoral commissioner. You're attacking, you're born, they were under duress, they were being threatened. No documentation to prove to us, say, that is why they could not declare the results. Obuasi East, I've shown you the videos. You can go to Tema Central, you can go Okaikwe. You can see clearly that it is a deliberate move to distract this democracy. Now, they have pushed us to the point where Ghanaians are not reacting because majority of us, we have seen it say our democracy is more important than what Ekufuado, Jane Mensah, and the rest of the people want to do. And it's a West Steady Ghana for power. We are all quiet because we just want to go or to move all the way to the 7th of January. Nayen Swejo Mahama in. Majority of Ghanaians, that is what is in your heart. Majority of Ghanaians watching me tonight. The reason why all that is happening, people are angry and they are not reacting is because they just want to get to that point where total power will be taken away from Ekufuado. And you see, we have gotten to that point where it's murky. Bonica said it is murkier. Baby, I do know. It is say, ucha eye edua etare ebuon. So ucha likesia. At the end of the day, eduana ucha no ucha o, and so sikana udiche duano na sikana ebo ne se sikana no. Inti, it has become very murky, and that is the advantage Ekufuado wants to take. When you go out today and protest against what Jane Mensah and the EC are doing, you give Ekufuado the room to say there's too much chaos in the country. State of the nation 1 month. That means we will not be able to swear in John Mahama. That is one. When you sit back to and allow Ekufuado to suppress Ghanaians and destroy our democracy, he will take advantage of us, and at the end of the day, we will lose the democracy. What do you do? And then our person will hear as a young Ghanaian. When you go out there to protect your ballot, which you have to, which is a fact, which is a must, which is something every Ghanaian needs to do, You don't also want Akufo-Addo, who is now president, to take advantage of that and say, there are so many people on the street. They want to kill the EC boss. They want to attack the EC office. Into right now, state of emergency. We cannot do anything in the public for a whole 1 month. It affects the inauguration coming. You don't also want Akufo-Addo to take your rights from you, because yetu abano nipe bi wuye, yetu abano nipe bi ebreye, yetu abano emra a ebo omai we braka chere say we have the right to elect our leaders. You know you have voted for somebody who has won. You don't want anybody to take that too from you. So what do? You have to go and protect your democracy. That is what you can do. You need to go and protect the democracy that at the end of the day, you need to protect the democracy. So as a young person watching me, what do you want to do? You have to get more angrier. The same military that you are expecting to protect you is the same military that Nana Akufo-Addo is using against you. A letter was released by the Ghana Police Service this afternoon. And the letter, we'll be talking about it. But we believed in one thing. The judiciary, the military, the police, and said these agencies, state institutions are there for us. And if not for us, the individuals, just for this country's protection. So today, the EC commits a crime. Jubilee House sits down and says, let's use the court. The court that is supposed to protect us. So they go to the court and they find a judge who is also a father, a reverend father, who was made a judge in 2020 by Akufo-Addo. And then they say, go and sit on this case. Remember, Asema Esiwo court in Deno, that case was not for this judge to sit on. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the Chief Justice this morning, they changed the judge and the court for this judge to come sit on the case. This man is a Reverend Father Joseph Adu Owusu Ajiman. Ono enetna akunyum anopei. Oye Ghana ni ufra santimemu. NDC told him, say, oh yes, Nyaminipa, oh yes, Sofu, Akufo-Addo a judge. Wow, we are Sofu, would we say, Sebio, and the Atemudaba or ende, Urias Sena Yankupon Buyatenya, who could do heaven. You expect God to show you evidence of Bonia Wudi, and Amewa. You expect God, when you saw a Roman father or a judge. You expect God, Memetier, Nyame Ephraim in there. On this show, no guy Kevin is on this show. And I go before God. I will expect God to show me evidence of the bad things I have done. So God, as a just God, will not just tell you so without telling you what you have done. In court today, there was only one thing that the NDC they asked for in court. Only for Busa judge was a judge. Asemesi Ghana only netia. Utie radio, uhe TV. Baby, I am sure say you know what has even happened there. Asemna eda enimu hana sebi oye sitina so no uye Ghana ni first before a judge. And this for said they want to show you evidence that the 9 constituencies, no returning officer was attacked during the declaration of the results. Nobody, Judge Ni, Etia Konyuma, and this worker said, this is the evidence. We want you to watch a video. This is not picture. When you written document, the NDC lawyers brought video evidence to prove to the judge, say, this is declaration. The declaration that was done. Jane Mensah is saying, sir, the returning officers of 9 constituencies, ya bro mo kuomo ebikura ntumi home. And then this said, Jane Mensah is lying. There's video evidence to show, say, during the declaration, all the EC officials, none of them was under duress. Nobody was being beaten. They were not dragging anybody on the floor. None of them lost their eyes. They were seen reading every single document and declaring winners of the respective elections. Judge Way also yes of also on video no. This judge refused to look at the video. Judge Way one video also on share. I'm say why? Or say NPP for the Bibia Basse immediately. Omo enkaya baninti eno na ope into NPP for no kokai. This is the same judge. This man. If you read a little bit about him, Reverend Father Joseph Edu-Owusu Ajiman, the parish priest at the All Saints Catholic Church, Santase Fanchinebra in the Kumasi Archdiocese, was appointed as the High Court judge by President Akufo-Addo on Wednesday, September 15th, 2020. So 2020, Akufo-Addo the judge, and the same father now, he expects God to tell him his sins before he's judged. No? Today, he has refused to look at evidence before his judgment. This is where we are. This should get you angry. This should make you angry as a young man. So now, Andra ne ebusa question bi waha, and you see, I keep telling you. Andra me ebusa question bi say, Dampare. At this point, we all know that the recollation by the EC say yankoyeno, it is illegal, and that there's no law in Ghana. Recollation. It means the police Libya collation center and a military person Libya collation center say or guard the EC say omonye recollation or commit a crime. That is why this morning they went to court for this father, Roman father, for this Roman father, for this Roman father who is the judge to say he's not going to look at the evidence, the video evidence of what happened at Obuasi East, what happened at Dome Kwabinya, what happened at the rest of the Constituency on share or per se NPP for no enya their way. They should go and count. The reason why Judge Way taking that decision is because they wanted the NPP to get and the EC to get a reason to add the police and the military to the coalition, because they knew that you cannot do illegal coalition with the Ghana military and the Ghana police service. Into this morning, the idea was for this judge to give them the room to commit a crime. So this judge granted what they want so that they can say that the court has said the EC can do it, so the police should follow. The police has no option than to be part of this illegal coalition. Makacho say, the coalition itself, the bottom, illegal. Because on the day of elections, Sa constituency you declare, and nobody until dates EC and to me any physical or video evidence of any of their officers being beaten, being under duress, being dragged out of the coalition center and not declaring. EC to me provided one. Well, to for one amber court. But today, the Roman father, Akufo-Addo, court, high court judge, with Gina, court, dia Bible, dem. I catch the and this is a unperceived evidence, and that the EC and MPP should get what they want because father was appointed by Akufo-Addo. So now you understand J.J. Rawlings in 1982. And I can say on authority, J.J. Rawlings didn't kill any judge. The system killed the judges. Those judges who were burnt alive, shot in the head and burnt alive, some of them deserved it. Yeah. Some of those judges, or maybe they all deserved it. We have always said or spoken about one side of the story why judges were killed and burned. But the other side of the story, what caused that action has always been kept under the carpet. And today, that is what we have to be asking. What was the other side of the issue that got them killed? It was some of these things. Judges who were killed, the story had always been told only one side, only 50% of the story has always been told. Can you ask yourself, who in their right senses will walk into a judge's house, drag them out and put a bullet in their head and burn them? There should be a reason. Were they the only judges in Ghana? No. Why didn't they pull out all those other judges and put a bullet in their head if the whole system was bad? You need to ask yourself that question. Why didn't they pull out all those judges? Because they had the right and power to do it those times. It was a military rule. In the soldier new crow, yes, that soldier could have gone to all the judges, their houses, and pull them out, put them in a car, take them to somewhere and burn them alive. But some people were singled out. So you ask yourself, why was it them? Why are we not asking what they did? And these are some of the things. We need a total reset. And that total reset should affect every institution. And these are the kind of judges that make us, people like us and young people watching us, Nipa Bebreno, Oma Bebu Buso Mube believe in Ghana. So why should we make people like these kill the spirit and kill the belief young Ghanaians have in Ghana? Why should a man who is supposed to be principled and just, why should he be selective in his courtroom? That is not why he was made a judge. So it cuts deep. Another Dankwe Kufuado, he has destroyed this country. And on the surface, you might think it's easy. But you see, John Mahama has been briefed. After he was announced as the president-elect. He has been briefed. And he knows the damage beneath. These are some of the things, in the next 12 hours, we will lose it. Judges like these are dangerous. They're not supposed to be sitting in courtrooms. These are not people we are supposed to be handing over Ghana's democracy to. No, never. He's not supposed to come close to any kind of case like this. These are people who are not supposed to come close to it. They're supposed to be serious as a nation. Military men, policemen are being deployed. And then go around the EC office. They have released military. What are they going to do? They have weaponized them. Who are they going to fight? You, the citizen who gave power to Akufo-Addo. You, the citizen who went to vote and said, I want Akufo-Addo to my leader. Today, he is gathering the military that is supposed to protect you to kill you. Today, the Akufo-Addo administration, they are fighting Dampari because he needs to release men to kill Ghanaians. This afternoon, the Ghana Police Service released a statement. And that statement, their deployment was intercepted. Now, when you read the deployment statement, now, this is a wireless message the police just put out because they are gathering forces on how to suppress people from tonight. Now, here's a statement where they are thinking of sending 5,000 policemen out to protect the Electoral Commission, and they are thinking of sending another 1,000 military men out to protect J. Mensa to rig an election that has already been decided by the constituents. Now, so who read this statement now? They are talking about 1,000 other ranks, spot and 50 other ranks. They are talking about 300 policemen, 400 policemen. They are pulling policemen from every part of the nation to come to Accra. The question is, when you pick policemen from every part of the nation to come to Accra. Right now, we are looking at about 15,000 policemen. Yeah. We are looking at 15,000 policemen being picked from different parts of the nation. Then the question is, when you pick them from there, who protects that side? You are weakening the security of this nation in 24 hours, meaning people can take over this nation in 2 or 3 hours. This is all because Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo does not want NDC to have 186 2/3 of Parliament. He does not want it. And J. Mensah and the Akufo-Addo dems are saying, that is what they want to do because they are scared the NDC will use that power to expose them. Technically, you need 15,000 policemen. Now, the 15,000 policemen, the moment you withdraw policemen from their posts to come to Accra and do this job, you are weakening the security system in this nation. Somebody who was going to be protected in a place tonight by a policeman, tonight that person is going to be killed because you have taken that police officer from their post. To go and do what? To go and protect the EC. You have taken a legitimate police officer in a legitimate position, protecting civilians, to come to Accra, to come and do what? To come and protect the EC to commit an illegality. That is how dangerous it is. Now, the most interesting thing about this whole thing, then I say, today something happened at Asempa.
But this is from the Electoral Commission. If you have any contrary opinion, why don't you go defend yourself?
What was J. Mensah's statement in 2020? That declarations that are made, whether under duress or whatever means, if you are not happy, go to where? Then okay.
Court.
So has it changed from that language? Oman?
J. Mensah is not the law of Ghana. Only is the law of Ghana.
So in your best interest, what is your party's position? That what the court has directed?
If anybody try recollation in this country,
so what's you, woman?
I am speaking straight into your ear and everybody is listening to me. If any EC officer try any recollation in this country, I told my God that I have stopped the action. But these people are infuriating me, and I'll move to the battleground and show people in this country, say, it's enough. You should try it.
Now they won't wait.
Me see, J. Mensah and his officers to try it.
Debbie,
me see they should try it.
Debbie.
They've got to see the president to deploy military. I'll tell you that the military will beat them, not me.
But they say,
oh man, I said on Sunday I went to church and told God
solution.
There is no solution.
No, you can't say that.
People are agreed they should go to court.
Debbie.
The Electoral Commission will never collect anything in this country.
Calm down.
Everybody listen to me.
Calm down.
Then they brought the timetable. When I say move, come to the board.
But
we shall see who won the power in this country.
No. You're going there.
Hold on. There will never be any recollation, even if a court. That judge should be sitting well. Of course.
Debbie.
Of course.
Debbie.
I'm not going to. I am speaking passionately because irresponsibility will not take us in this country.
How do you arrive at that irresponsibility?
You in 2020 told Ghanaians that if you think the result declared is not in the best interest of you, go to court. Today,
but
you are running to court defending people who are aggrieved.
How is that
possible? How dare you, J. Mensah?
Hold on.
How dare you? You see the action. I said, now I don't talk. I will show this country that.
But the country is not ruled by your emotions.
Ruled by our emotions.
No, Debbie.
When people think,
Debbie.
and this era, post-election management,
no good.
J. Mensah will see.
Debbie.
Watch. I said, watch that space.
Debbie.
Watch that space.
So, boss.
They should try it. Come to that regional office, and I'll tell you that you have nothing to offer them.
But you don't have powers beyond the state power.
I said no state power here.
You don't have powers.
It's the civil power we apply.
No, you don't have powers.
You only do watch the space.
Mr.
Me see.
Sometimes you ask yourself, say, when you listen to the two men, our Mokasano, put your party and your emotions and affiliations aside. You ask yourself, so, Ghana for? Do they actually know what is happening? And you ask yourself, journalists, no, honestly, what Ghana habi? Did he cover the elections in 2020? The reference the gentleman is making, is it true or it's false? Why do you think the journalist sitting there is making it look like, say, what is happening in Ghana no onim? You see where the problem is. Uti or mine sibia or question akwana. You think this man is crazy to come and sit there and speak like that? There's pain. But the question you ask yourself, say, into a mine now to no. The course 2020 kunipa 8 no. Say no kroma or cover elections nina. When the NDC petitioned the Electoral Commission, or responded or tell what to do. Today, the same person is shifting the puzzle. Why do you think Omahine is pretending or acting as if, say, on Ghana? That is the problem. That is the problem I have with these dogs. And then I am a because we are journalists, you're tutua, utobibe kaun. We are journalists, you're bonko for two, bibe kamabusian for. We are journalists, one tuaba, utuaba. We are journalists, security here, a day in the bema a krobi in tokwe sim, se obi and I say obesity obia and the din tokwaba. Everywhere you have gone, at least let's limit ourselves to the African continent. Baby and tokwe sibiano, it is because somebody tried to use the law against somebody illegally. That is what is playing out. So, somebody who has been through this process, you have covered the elections, and you were a Ghanaian before, and you are pretending and making it look like this man sitting there telling you the facts is crazy. The man is not crazy. Or you don't know, Onyebusia, Ojin say in Tokwasia, Onusebusia for Honka. But why do you think people will be hurt? Because Omai Hene Kobra Sante, Omo from journalist or Ghana no, election bani yukunipa yunku mobusia. Ne papa usanema amiu. So she doesn't see any reason why she needs to protect Onwani Yemu Mawa Ghana. So I would there. And that is the problem we are having in Ghana today. People sit on TV, people sit on radio, and they want it to look like they don't live in Ghana. They don't know what is happening in Ghana. They don't see the wrong. Inti onone to wakacha branti and say, benfa emotions in yebibiya. You don't have power. The question is, Sir Jane Mensah, why not the right thing as somebody who is conducting elections in Ghana? The country will collapse. And the man made reference and stated the reason why what is happening is an illegality. You as a journalist sitting there, what do you say to that? I don't have to complain, all because if you're not timino, yasima obi anye dede. Obi mi ame kon, ye nyina ti dan mu. Yasima obi anye dede because ya papa da. Obi mi ame kon, mi wu, intima mi ntiem. Is that what you people are telling us? Abra wo ne me ti dan ba kuma, ye nyina anim so obi mi a wo kon. Ye nyina ne ti dan ye nipa dan. Ya papa da. Yasima mi ye nyane ya papa. Obi abo ewura dan nim, o mi ame kon. O te dan wo say ye mi ame kon. Me papa dan na wada keke. O ka cha me say mia na ye mi ame kon na mi wu no. Ma me nkasa, ma me ntiem say ye mi ame kon. Abra woni tua de esi. Me ko kasa ya o say adenti na wo kasa dodo. E ma ye papa sorry. How can you sit as a human being? Because yamao a stupid mic. Because kwasiye bi set na hane kasa. Enti Ghana for problem no obetna wa. Na obi chira say ye nyina ye Ghana for ye parents, your maamenom, your papanom, a chrono, I was say dem raye adwuma. You think say because of Mike Edema Wunti, you still have to try and make the person look like wabodam. Who does not know say chrono team security agencies wom. And then chrono ntokase simu wi ase nyina na security agencies nim. Na president nim. But it is through the carelessness and foolishness of some people. Enti Liberia chrono ntokase mu. That is why people came to live in Ghana for 20 years without going back home. Because kwasiebi mistake, deliberate mistake to say the Jane Mensah mo ye no, the Ekufuado mo ye no. Inti ade we ya esi wo Ghana ndei. Senka John Mahama sisu na nke esi anka se na nka mo bekasa. That's the problem I have with some of these dogs sitting on your TVs and radio stations. Sometimes we want to stop this, but we sit back. Now you're getting these kind of dogs on the TV and radio, and then admire that reason to be back on TV and on radio. Yeah. Sometimes we feel say we have done our bit. We need to step back and let some people also take from here. But what's not back now? Share the level of idiocy and deliberate foolishness of these people, the hypocrisy. Like they just don't care. As far as a MPP, no, and say Ghana, no, it makes people like us, we get scared and we still come back. So what is your job as a journalist? Your job as a journalist is not to sit in your studio to tell your panelists what is right or what is wrong. Your job, your principal job as a journalist is to tell the people the truth. That is your principal job. Your job is not about you confronting a guest. That is why if you have seen my platforms, hardly do you see me interview anybody. No. Hardly do you hear me grant interviews. No. So friend say, Kevin, I want to talk to you. I want you to come on my show. I will tell you whatever you want to know from me, watch my show. So when I sit here, it is my job and responsibility to be factual and let you know the truth, irrespective of where it goes. It is not my job to bring somebody on. Interviewing people on TV and radio is not part of journalism. That is not part of journalism. More journalism schools to go back and read the ethics and read the fundamentals. Interviews does not play any role in journalism. It is you being factual and educating and informing your viewer or listener. And it is your job to make the person understand the truth. So that's why you need to dig. You need to research. You need to come up with references. You need to let them know, I am saying this based on this. I got this information from here. This date, this happened. That is your core job. Your job is not to interview. Your job is to educate, inform. But what do we see in Ghana? Our journalism is about interviews. Our journalism is about questioning a politician, questioning a communicator, making the communicator look like they are mad. They don't know what they are saying. I am the journalist here. What is your job? Majority of these journalists in Ghana, when you take the interview part out of their job or their segment, they cannot talk about anything. 99% of journalists in Ghana, when you take phone calls out, when you take hello, where you are, when you take this is my panelist from MPP, this is my panelist from NDC, component in they are dogs. They cannot do anything because they don't know what they are coming to tell you. They don't know how to research. They don't know how to educate. They don't know how to inform. They have no idea about what they are doing. And a crow will say, these dogs are the problem. That is why sometimes we want to quit this. Sometimes we want to tell ourselves we are done enough. We want some people to take over. We want some people to also continue. We want to give other people opportunities. But when you sit back, you ask yourself, no, you panic. Because the little space you give, these dogs, they start to misinform. Slowly, they tilt the democracy. They try to take the power of the people from them and give to politicians they like. And that is what we see in Ghana. Journalists, majority of them, they take the power from the people and give to politicians. All because they are friends with politicians. All because they love a particular politician. All because they are linked to a tribe that is linked to a political party. Instead of them to give the power, the information, make the people more stronger and more knowledgeable. Because you see, when you give the people the power to know what is hidden, they become more powerful than the government. And when the people become powerful, the government is scared of the people, so the government is forced to do what the people want. And it's na o say Ashanti region, the MPP for some base and Babontini. No. Ashanti region Babontini betuaba, but they voted wisely. That is the power they were holding in 2024 elections. And that is what the NPP is refusing to understand. The Ghana Mapra won't say it's all green, only 2 or 3 places air blue. No, it is because majority of the people on our constituency don't put power, no, and that power was the knowledge to know the truth. So the more the people have the knowledge about their situation and where their problems are coming from, they become powerful. That is when they select people and tell them, I can change you when you mess up. So when you're a journalist and all your job is to interview, bring somebody to a studio and interview them. I don't interview party foot soldiers or party communicators for so many reasons, because with all due respect, they are like robots. Somebody from NPP will tell you what NPP wants you to hear. And somebody from the NDC will tell you what the NDC wants you to hear. But now, when I do my own research and go look for my own story and fact check and tell you, those people are not relevant to me. You are the relevant person to me. So why are we not doing more of research-based journalism in Ghana and holding people accountable than we all thinking that we can let some people feel they don't deserve to speak their mind? It is a Ushasa interview now. Ushasa interview now. Omanhene was acting as if on Ghana. But he is supposed to have the forehand or that information. Do you remember? Do you know the report from EC from 2020 after the NDC petition here? Omanhene was supposed to read the report. And then after he reads the report, tell the communicator, said, this is what happened in 2020. And as a journalist, I am marveled. I'm shocked. Because these are the same principles we are supposed to apply. That is your job. You are not being biased. You are stating facts. So if you're a journalist on TV and you read the response from the EC to the NDC and you stick to the EC's own comment, point 13, that when coalition is done and then the declaration is made, nobody can do another recoalition unless court orders. Now the question is, why are you as a journalist? How? It is not up to a pundit to say, oh, panelists, to come and tell you this. You have to refer them to that and be like, we need to stick to the rules. So you, the journalist, have to tell people listening to you that these are facts. And as a Ghanaian who also voted and a taxpayer, you believe that we have to have principles. And that if we say yes, our yes should be our yes. So then the person listening to you will know that you are doing a diligent job. Now, when somebody is frustrated because the law is not being applied the same way it was applied in 2020, you tell the person that they're emotional. You are mad. That is my problem. That is what people don't understand. And then that is why I have issues, majority of the people in our industry, in Ghana especially. Today is this. So the breaking news coming in. Breaking news coming in HRS say it has been confirmed, and it's confirmed. Say breaking news. I have a couple of them here. Breaking news. It is confirmed that 21 armored vehicles at RECC Risi are also placed on standby currently. So they are preparing the military for a takeover. Now, Rapid Deployment Force, RDF, stationed at Southern Command with 86 men, have been alerted to ready themselves to support tomorrow's exercise at the Electoral Commission. Similarly, men at the Southern Command have also received same instructions. Monitoring continues. And this is coming from our source in the military. Now, information reaching indicates that the EC may move the coalition to Burma camp. They might move the coalition to Burma camp tomorrow morning. The information esa eba ino enie. The EC office from now till the dawn of tomorrow, the military will be taking over. They have deployed military to go take over the EC office from this dawn to tomorrow. 5BN alone has been asked to provide 80 soldiers, and the preparations are ongoing. So these are things that they are doing tonight. Now, remember, this is an intercepted message I want to read. I'll be right back. 1 second. I'll be right back.
The Commission is keen to ensure that all the outstanding processes in the 9 constituencies follow due process. It goes without saying that what happened during our attempt to complete the collation process in some of the 9 constituencies is unlawful. As indicated, the Commission will not uphold declarations ensuing from incomplete and unlawful processes. And these include in Sawam Aduajiri, where parties, of course, on election day besieged the collation centers and brought the collation there to a halt. As mentioned, the Commission tried to complete the collation process on Friday, the 13th of December. However, when it got to 143, the collation for 143 polling stations, there was an agreement that they should put it on hold until the following day. Sadly, that following day was not to be, and the collation was called off because we were informed by the police service that supporters of the parties were planning to besiege the police depot and to cause disruptions at the center, and we were advised to put it on hold. And so that collation is incomplete and we cannot declare an outcome. I must note that in the Ahafuano Southwest and in the Ahafuano North, as the collation on election day was also disrupted and no winners were declared. Those processes were incomplete, and until they are complete, the Commission will not be in the position to declare a winner. In Obuasi East, the collation center was attacked by party supporters, and the returning officer was threatened with an axe. His hands were lifted up, and he was asked to declare a winner when that was not what was reflected on the results collation form. Again, that process was not lawful, and the Commission would not uphold it. In the Okaikwe Central, I did mention that 110 polling stations results were used to declare a winner instead of 141. The Commission would not uphold that process. In the Ablekuma North constituency, 219 polling station results were used to declare a winner instead of 281 polling station results. The Commission would not uphold that declaration. In Tema Central, the DO again was threatening, and he was forced to declare results using 146 polling stations instead of 148. The Commission would not uphold that declaration. In Bono East, the officer was physically assaulted in Bono East, in Techiman South, in the Bono East region. The officer, the returning officer and other staff were physically assaulted and forced to redeclare the results at gunpoint. The commission, it's important to note that the collation process had not been completed. There also, the commission would not uphold those processes. In Domi Kwabenya, there's some contention with 3 polling station results, and the commission is carrying out its own investigation with the 3 polling station results. I believe 367 of those results have been duly declared as legitimate. There are 3 results that are outstanding, and the commission is carrying out its own investigations to allow it, to enable it to take a decision. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a nutshell of the issues outstanding in the 9 constituencies.
You ask yourself, say, why are we entertaining this? Why are we even entertaining this? Why are we entertaining this as a nation? Why are we even entertaining this? Why are we even allowing this? Why are we even allowing this? Why are we even sitting and watching this? Are you not angry enough? Are you not angry? Wow, parliamentary candidates. Somebody sit in the electoral commission office and say, no, me manipana open and do so. I will choose somebody for you. Are you not angry enough? No, from what this woman is saying, she has not been able to prove with one evidence, say any of these electoral officers or returning officers in these respective constituencies. She could not show one evidence, one. So why are we even entertaining? Why are we entertaining this? Why are we watching this go on? Why are people forcing us to take parliamentary candidates we don't want? Today go. The NPP guys are happy and cheering because the Chief Justice, the EC boss, the Vice President, the President, they are slaughtering the democracy, the Constitution. Some group of people in this country are happy. Why? And you ask yourself, as a young man, I know majority are helpless. You are asking yourself, say, you ask yourself, say, now say you are a him for akese wo Ghana. You are asofo akese. Why are they doing that? Nobody should sit back and allow Jane Mensah Ekufuado and the Chief Justice Mahamudu Bawumia to suppress the Constitution. We as Ghanaians, we have to go out and fight for our democracy. It has been too long. We have allowed this for too long. If we don't take action, we don't go out and protect this democracy, we will not have democracy again. Nobody is going to help you protect your democracy. The military, they have failed Ghanaians. The police, they have failed Ghanaians. We are left as citizens to fight for what we believe in. We are left as citizens to protect what we want, not what somebody wants. The young people around the nation and the good people of Ghana and those who are part of the NPP, NDC, came out in their numbers to make a statement to Ekufuado, Jane Mensah, the Chief Justice, and people who don't want to protect our democracy, that we don't want these people. The election that we all came out, the election that we all were part of, the numbers that came out, over 6 to 10 million Ghanaians who said, we want John Mahama and the NDC to lead and the respective MPs to lead. We have to take this democracy back. If we make a mistake and allow fear to take over us, our democracy will be gone from tomorrow. And moi himfuna mo Ghana na modem for the politics. And tonight I'm going to be straightforward with Otumfuo Yana Bonofo hene eye awonafo hene kese eye ahemfo akese mo Ghana miankasa mo fa Nana Kwisata the central region ohene kese Sehwiaman hene Bonofo hene and western region mo ahemfo na motena Ghana mo ye di masaka we koso no. We swear to God, if things tweet ananyoma Dania, we will take you people down first. Mo ahemfo na mo Ghana no. All you the chiefs power bar mona manfo be butu wanim ejin shira mona musemu wo tumi no se bibi je ken. All of you, we will take your heads off. Because you people see what is happening. Majority of you guys are older than Ghana. You know what is happening is wrong. Majority of you guys want to live a country that is messed up. Because you people have nothing to lose. We are saying it here tonight. We are beginning to see that majority of you people who are calling yourself kings in Ghana and big chiefs, it is deliberate. You want Jane Mensah and Akufo-Addo, your MPP, to destroy this nation. Say, King, we will make sure all of you, your palaces are bent to the ground. And you people too are bent to the ground. Because I'm not going to make the innocent Ghanaian die. I am not going to let the innocent woman die. We will make sure you people are nullified before Adiabechi or Ghana. Because it is looking clear. It is clearly showing that you people are in support of what is going to happen. And nobody is going to walk out freely. And I'm not taking anybody out. All of you guys are part of this scheme. You people all are part of this scheme. You don't want your NPP to lose power. You are the people who are telling the Akufo-Addo to go on. We have the Council of State. And you people are all there in Ghana. You are watching me. And all of you guys, the Christian Council, the Peace Council, you will kill each other. You people should be prepared. This can be stopped. And this should stop. And this must stop. This recoalition will tilt the democracy of this nation. This recoalition must stop. If this recoalition goes on and the burning starts and the killing starts, no chief should come on TV to say, wait dear, you are all corporate, you are part. Because before election 2024, you want him for politicians. Powerful. So at this point, nobody is going to run. And we will make sure we all die in this bloodshed. The foolishness in this country is getting out of hand. This coalition is never supposed to happen. And if you people are going to support the Akufo-Addo, the clergy, majority of you must and she is ready and willing to destroy this democracy. Say asam kesiye besi wo Ghana Frank and so I swear to God, Frank and Beba Mufie. Nobody is better than anyone. And we are beginning to see say adiamu ye deliberate. Every single decisions President Akufo-Addo, J-Mensah taking you people are in Ghana, you know say what he is doing is wrong. But it is always that say NDC, you people are vocal. that history came from Ochina. That history will end from tomorrow. You people should get security. You people should get protection. Because what is about to happen? From the day John Mahama won these elections, me catch the Ghana for say, Nana Dankwe Kufuado, I heard Gabi Ochedako on phone, telling some military officers, Mahama said the 2 mission in Sema 3 months they would do coup. But this is so funny. I told you these things before elections. I have a tape of Gabi. What Nana Dankwe Kufuado despises, say Mahama be the president. That is the problem of Gabi and Kufuado and his family. If anybody else had won, they wouldn't have a problem. They have an issue with John Mahama becoming president. And they are not done. They still want to commit that crime. And more himfuni be munim. Soldier foni be munim. And we have all of you. We are not going to allow what happened to our ancestors to happen to us. We are not going to allow that to happen.
The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir, the nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. Out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past. Be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past. PP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past.
You are still live on Loud Silence TV. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. We're live on Loud Silence TV, on Facebook, Loud Silence TV, on YouTube, Loud Silence TV, on Multi TV. We're also live on radio. Go to the Google Play Store and download Loud Silence Radio. And also, if you have an iPhone, go to the App Store on your phone and download Loud Silence Radio. You can listen to the show live across the world. Now, so you're Ghana in there and the echo it's not pissing you off. You see, the NPP, Ekufuado, they have connived with Madame Tokonu. What they want to do now, and they want to use the court to suppress the constitution. They want to use the court to suppress you. And now, no. Ade Ekufuado planning all these years. This is the timer. Court na all parking. This is the timer. Uhia. And Madam Tokonutu knows that Ekufuado brought her in there for a purpose, and this is the time that purpose. No, I will say ye Jumame Ekufuado. So shockingly, Edinburgh, the Chief Justice released a statement, and let us read the statement now. We're releasing. This is from the office of the Chief Justice Edinburgh. Chief Justice letter will release 20th December 2025. Honorable Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana will release a statement. Again, at this point, and they Friday, or try Saturday, Sunday, Monday, never. Chief Justice Edinburgh will release a statement. Let me tell you, this statement is in support of what they want to do tomorrow. And what they want to do, they want you to think, the court is available for any grievances they are lying. Now, see a statement, In pursuant, and the caption is administrative direction, filing and service of election-related, maybe protest or something. I don't know what's there. Now, in pursuance of the powers conferred on me under the Article 1254 of the 1992 Constitution and Order 79, Rule 1, and Rule 3.2, and Order 52 of the High Court Civil Procedure Rule 2004, CI 47, I, Gertrude Saki Tokonu, Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, do hereby make the following directions for the purposes of the expeditious determination of parliamentary election disputes and other related matters. Chief Justice say, to me, Ghana, yadi ashanensa through the Constitution, no. Ene emra ojinaso as the Chief Justice of Ghana, no. Senior opese parliamentary election winter any manso ebeko totin 10 no. And to me ade ahye nsem no or the ade assembly ebetu dwa anase directive anase or the ade or the akwankyere bi beto a e wo se court e wo Ghana nyina di so Friday anadwo yato abawie almost 16 days yato about 7th of December and the 20th of December 13 days afena Chief Justice ebe kire say the dispute that started from the 7th of December ebe sinde no afena Chief Justice kire say or my directive say court e wo Ghana. And the directive she's giving the directive the eve of a crime EC Ebe committee on a Friday night. The Chief Justice of Ghana, after 13 days, to abawie no. Yehu de ekoso TV nyina. About 6 days the man for file a court proceedings in a court the rate near the The Chief Justice did not see the need to make a decision or give directive. Because the directive, no, I was thinking, say, before elections, no, the judiciary, the military, the police, the EC, and the politicians met. They signed an act or a pact. Say, everybody is going to do their part. And we believed, or we were told, say, because of election-related disputes, no, and was say court near ready for the doors are supposed to be open from election day. The doors never opened until the night adebechi amaya kwakoye illegality akoye recollection and a Chief Justice Eden Krataba Bontin say owo eye directives anase owo enhihye bia ana akwankyere bia odi tudwa ama Ghana court wo Ghana nyina na moma yandwudwum 2 weeks after elections. Or say 1, all high court registries and all registries where any parliamentary election petition or other election-related matter shall be filed shall thereafter remain open between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. on Saturday and public holidays. Or say, Eya court e Ghana nyina e wo baby a yeto ababia obia be file case bia injunction dien from Ochinako Saturday, Sunday, dien obia file a court in Yembia gate na no pa 8 o'clock. Just say anopa 8 court bia MBA. Baby yeah coalition. As we speak, all the coalition is being done in Accra. So is the court actually talking to the particular constituency or jurisdictional sa court no is the Chief Justice? Because as we speak now, coalitions are supposed to be done at constituency level. Now, there is no coalition being done at any constituency in Ghana. So what is the use of this paper? What is the use of this directive? Because the directive is going to all registries and all the courts in Ghana. Baby, you two about parliamentary ababiano. Say court a woman soon be aba. I was no pa from Ochina and no pa 8. You be a court to be a Sunday cross. The question is, James has a paper nina ba kra. Say or the court EC office in Kwako Kain. So what is the use of this directive? Now the date there is 2025. In their rush, in the Chief Justice's rush to put out a Jubilee House directive, no, the date or a mistake, and on the 2025 this is the Chief Justice of Ghana. The Chief Justice who is supposed to cross her T's and dot her I's and know all the laws and the most smartest woman in our judiciary, no, she cannot even get a simple date right. But back to the substantive thing. What is the use of this directive when no constituency in Ghana is collating? As we are speaking, all collation is being done in Accra. Why should all collations be done in Accra? Now, point 2. The directive. Point 2. All superior court judges who shall be assigned any parliamentary dispute or related matter shall have the power to sit on Saturdays and public holidays as in the discretion of the judge may be necessary for the expeditious disposal of the case. I see. A yes Supreme Court judge bia yebeka kire setting asem so or china Saturday, Sunday, holiday no e was so tena so. This is so mischievous, huh? This is terrible, despicable, and mischievous. This is heartbreaking and embarrassing. Or see, Supreme Court Judge Nibia Ebefro set na Samso or Saturday, Sunday, court in 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We Supreme Court Judge, no. We court penibia, what is so case biasono, and was said, would make sure say, Saturdays, what's na case, no so, one casano, with dear Samono. The question is, it's been 2 weeks after elections. Why for Saturday night before EC tries to conduct an illegality? Why the night before EC does this illegality? It's been 2 weeks. The Jane Mensa Electoral Commission, Omon Kanche Nipo will win elections, no presidential. Omon Kanche Nipa will win elections, no. And you, the Chief Justice, you know that the Constitution states it clearly that the EC has 72 hours to tell us who won the elections, not to give us half answer. The EC should not tell us how many votes they have gathered or how many results they have gathered so far. The EC is supposed to give us a definite result. 72 hours and the EC is supposed to give us final results. So far, the EC, they have briefed us on what they had received so far. What about the final results? You, Madam Tokonu, you know about this. You have not said anything. Now, point 3. Thank you very much. I hope we stay in there and I'll do it. Point 3. Maybe I'm a chawa, DB. Order 7 of CI 17. As amended by Rule 3A of High Court Civil Procedure, Amendment Rules 2019 CI 122 on electronic service of process shall be utilized by all court staff in the service of processes provided always that parties shall indicate their consent to electronic services by providing their email addresses and or WhatsApp numbers. Signed, Chief Justice Madam Tokonu. Or say, political parties, any parliamentary candidates submit to me a file electronically through email. Omo to me cry email, omo person omo court process na, omo file omo documents, no omo ye bibia, omo to me crampo email. Omu to crampo the WhatsApp aye. Omu provide the also say also provide the email address and WhatsApp numbers. Now the question here is, what is the use of this at this point? Because when you open all the courts in Ghana tomorrow, or China court or Ghana bia, the question is, and find our Ghana CIA coalition. When they cheat somebody our EC office or Accra. Now I paper no I call Obuasi East Circuit Court and now High Court. No I call file the problem ohana. You people, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you people? The election was done in Obuasi East. You have collated in Obuasi East. You have elected a candidate, so we're winning. You have brought all the results to Accra to tell us, said the one that was done in Obuasi, you don't recognize it. Now, Saoba Accra, now be declare Accra. Now Obia ofri eye bono. Now Accra ye chitina. O catch record to organ in Mumbie for people to file their cases. Into Sani Pane Yabe Chitino, Greater Accra region. EC headquarters no. Sani Pane for document no and Fanko baby or filing a candidature. Na onko apili ewo bono. And I say, or apili won crying. So apili wa Accra. Is it not out of their jurisdiction? Because sa eye parliamentary candidate na ye kind na ba ewon kran no. Sa parliamentary candidate no of filing a document ewo bono. Inti ye chitiri wi na atam paper no de akọ bono. Akọ filing. Are you people okay? What are we doing to ourselves? What is wrong here? Are we okay? It just said, ye chiti obi wa Accra ochina. Obama camp ana EC office. Na ojina Accra file case. Na nipa na file case no against another EC neka say you don't, your address is not in Accra. Why are you filing the case in Accra? Na EC could record say you filed your case in Accra, but we know that you contested in Obuasi. What is that person going to say? Is that person going to say, EC brought my papers to Accra, that is why I filed in Accra? Because right now we are talking about a jurisdiction. Jurisdiction in law or in court proceedings are very important. And it's not do money state so you cannot go and file a case against baby Awote, but also baby make a statement no. Into Boha Otebia, Florida. Now waka sembi afa obi hu ewo ebia DC. Now nipana all can semono or can of Florida. So if you want to sue, you go and sue the person in a Florida court. That is the jurisdiction and nipana ka semono. You don't sit in DC and file a case against somebody in Florida. Because jurisdiction na assembly see no and now will file a free. Into jurisdiction na and the ballot papers no. See, you cheat a candidate. Is a candidate supposed to file in Accra where that person is not contesting? Because every single parliamentarian they did not file in Accra. They are not contesting in Accra. They filed in their respective constituency. That is why it was wrong to move the papers to Accra. Because the moment you move those papers to Accra, you have changed the jurisdiction. That is why in the CI 127, it says that if you want to contest it at the court. And the court will tell you to go back to the collation center where the collation was done to recollate. You don't take the collation back to another jurisdiction. That is what the problem is. And that is where the problem, Ebema Ekrona said in here, the Chief Justice is helping. The Chief Justice or boy MPP to destroy this nation. Yeah, I'm going to be in trouble. Sometimes I am catch say yeni yankora yenim de ekeka ene yete Ghana etuo etoa enim obia etuo mameka be sure majority of you guys you have not seen war before. And let me tell you, and then I'm in Koto Kasa this afternoon. War be anywhere started before elections. E be serious da. What be that? That Ben Auti say Ekrobi has been destabilized before elections. It is always after the elections. Post-election war. There has never been any country on this earth. Majority of the countries in this world that war issue or political war issue no, it is after the elections. Inti sa wajuniya will say, ya to abe we gana we intokwan to me sia. Then you are not being smart. And majority of you, these young people watching me, MPP, Ekufuado already 90 years, Fremont Parade 90 years. Tokonu, any Goffredame, any your friend is saying, easy boy. These people, they don't care. Now, who be that. This is what happened. So, person how war is. Let's go to Liberia.
On the 7th. All looters.
Are you with
leaving that place?
Why you go leave whenever?
Okay. Okay.
Demons! So Lord, we have come today to say we wrong you, Lord. We wrong you, Liberia, we wrong you, Lord. God, you are God. You are God.
Where did it land?
Let me tell you. This went on for over 10 years in Liberia. And you know the funny thing? All of them did not know what caused this. It was the mistake of one man. So don't joke. Women were crying unto God. God was there. They were being killed. There were some people in Liberia who were supporting the people who were taking those decisions then. This went on for over 10 years. 10. It is because in Penifo no more Liberia, a soft one Penifo, a hem for more Liberia, a judge for any Penifo, they thought said, Sadia ni sia, they will be isolated. Bibia nyomo, yichamuti. And this is how it starts. When the country leadership, when the voices that can change things keep quiet, and they say, oh, two voices, 8-2. And they say, Yana, and they say the Peace Council, and they say the Christian Council, the Catholic bishops, and they say, Bolinaba, and they say the chiefs, if they all keep quiet and think, say, this is normal, we will be like Liberia. Me say, if we allow Jane Mensah to go on with this coalition, we are done. We have a president who killed 8 people during election 2020. Ebesinde on Kanwasem. We have a vice president who is the head of the police council. Yekunipa 8 2020 one Kanwasem Ebesinde. During this election, Yabonipa be 4-2. The president has not spoken. The vice president who wanted to take over from this dwarf hasn't also spoken. You sit in Ghana and tell me Nkofu we pewasem. So we need to get some things clear here. Unim sebe sinde. So what nas ya won study bibia my chiro. We didn't keep first question. I didn't think Jane Mensah ma Ghana for result about nyaye, any result about nyaye. And then the on can wasem. And into a press conference are ombusa questions. Also on questions because omunim says so omuka about mahama nyaye and about nyaye. You can do the maths and see say constituency sake NDC wini ye. They know you can do the maths. And internet, but there's one thing they have refused to tell you. Mumusa JOYNEWS said, so far, a parliamentary seat saying na NDC winning and a saying MPP winning. Mumusa JOYNEWS. Has the EC told you? EC no more. Oma catcher aba a seat NPP winning, any seat NDC winning. Have they told you? So far, Obia on cancer asam mewa. Wakasa sa or Ghana sa. Ye election 2 weeks ni. JOYNEWS sent to me country Ghana for says so far NDC were this number and MPP were this number. So far, everything there. Ask yourself why. But she's able to tell you, say, 9 constituencies on Jintum, but on to me country so far the NDC and the MPP. But to me country say 9 they on Jintum. Say the wajia tum no a saying. The EC officially omajia tum say NDC in your parliamentary seat say NDC in your parliamentary seat say EC to me can non chere. But EC is able to tell us, say, 9 constituencies on Jintum. So on J9 into NDC was saying, MPP was saying. The EC, they have not officially told us that. Do not sit at home. There were so many people in Liberia, no matter almost say, Omudomi Christopher, Omudomi Nkrimu Omudoma ko school kakra, Omudomu fie sika kakra wo ho. Omudi etete omu fie. Omudi esa anyomara mfo munji omunyina ewu. Omunyina ewu. Amenka ni biem na mfa ntu tirim. Time Liberia san kwasa sam start here na obi am pese obekasa no. There were some people living in Liberia. I'm say, yeah, papa with ska. Yeah, they offer new. Yeah, they bang on hene kese. Yeah, they papa ko kwanso. Yeah, you see a flat. Yeti Trasako. Yeah, they yeti is Legon. Oh, yeah, they any bri any yeti. We don't move thing. And the politicians use them. Look at these dirty boys. Politicians are using them. What are they going to get? We there we go to work at bank. We there my uncle is a minister. Those people talk about say now ask yourself, say, Ogin said the question and found one. When I will be receiving, when you take the pain. And sometimes one Guinness annual man home. Your uncle for us had in a statue or Liberia, other places and Tokwasi, they were at home. We are Christians. Don't go out. Those people out there, they are stupid. They are fighting. What are they fighting? Why are they doing that? We have told them they should stop. Read the Bible. Pray to God. You are a Muslim. Don't involve yourself. We are different. Your grandfather was a very decent man. Don't go and you hear ting 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 ting. That man of God is a powerful man of God. He takes on or he goes to church. He does not pray about. He does not speak on the bad ills in the country. A big man of God, so many men of God, they go to church, they make it look like the congregants are the people who face the bullet. So they are talking about only Jesus Christ. Instead of them to make the message clear to the government, they use their puppets to only talk about Jesus and money. There are some people too in that country, they hold power. They have 1 or 2 of their kids in America, in Europe, they are schooling. Oh yeah, they empower brochure. Oh, we have seen some, that is what they would do. NDC, they will make noise, it will go down. If anything happens, I have police dogs. Me, I have security. Dead. Within a 1 month, the boys on the streets who are in pain. In Kofono Motu about in Sawoma Motoma, NDC, in Kwarana Mo Boise East, Tutuka Kwarano. Wawase San Kwarana omo eye Obuasi Easter omo kokun ye etuntok etu abama eye abuaje man be ye MP no they are pained. Ebi mo okura soldier for assault omo they are pained. So don't think say if you are not pained somebody is not pained. No. And when we sit in Ghana and make it look like say eji ten group bi na be form ye me be form nyina mo yem. Yes. Una onyoma dosun. Brian Champon or Hefa. Where is Brian Champon? He stood on stage. Memfa to me ma NDC or Wayne. Today he's scared. He's protecting his hotel. Wato helicopter na odi asho obi dimu. Obo ko helicopter si wo. Wato helicopter na odi sisa gold. Ko ni kurom ho. He's scared to leave his hotel because osroso bi betwa atum, and it is possible. And you see, he is scared because he's done a lot of investment in Ghana. Time na to me wo no na o catch Ghana for say ye Jimmy to me the memfa mobia I will kill and protect, and the to me no he is scared to even come to Accra. Onim say ni hotel no ye betu betwa atum, and it is possible. Wakoto helicopter Brian Champon in somebody's name. I'll show you documents. Where is Brian Champon? Where is Lord Comey? Lord Comey now, to me. Where is Lord Comey? Because they know what power they have used the power for. They know the Bonnie Amudi to me. That is why they are scared. John Mahama was never scared in 2016 to hand over power. Never. John Dramani Mahama and the NDC were never scared. They did not care because they had not done wrong. They have not wronged the people. They knew the people would come to that realization that they were being honest with them. So John Mahama handed over power peacefully. His heart was peaceful. His heart was at peace. He said, take the power. Posterity will be the judge. Because he knew what he had done, and he knew he had served his people right. Why are you people scared? Because you know Akufo-Addo is dangerous. And it is possible that Akufo-Addo will mess this country up. And then he's moving military all around the nation. And the Ghana Police Service to be released a statement. Now the IGP who is in charge of the police in Ghana, his signature and Shasiye will be full for signature and Shasiye. It should tell you something. It should tell you. It should tell you something. We can all sit down for these people to destroy our democracy. We'll all be in it. I'm being honest with you. We can all sit and watch for these people to destroy our democracy. What I can do to help some of my family members, I meet me. But what about you? What about you? What we are seeing is basically a destruction of our democracy that we have fought for. Tomorrow is the 21st of December. We are supposed to be united as a people to protect our democracy. You can't stay home and say that they will take your democracy, they will come to your home and they will kill you. You can't stay at your church and say Nyamebeye. They will pick a gun, they will come to your home, they will put a bullet in your head and your unborn child in your tummy. They will kill it. You can't tell me you are old, so at the end of the day, you are respected, so nothing will happen to you. They will leave you behind. Your grandmother who cannot see, your father who cannot walk, your mother who is sick on a sick bed in a hospital, she'll be kicked off her bed, she'll be shot in the head. This is the reality. If we sit back and allow these people to do what they want to do, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is a mad dog. Jane Mensah is a mad dog. The people who have come together to take your democracy from you, they don't care. If we don't defend ourselves now, the beginning of the end is now. If we don't defend ourselves now, the beginning of our democracy, the destruction of our democracy, the beginning of the end of our democracy will be now. A men of God, genuine men of God who have prayed day and night to stop this. There are men who have sacrificed their lives every morning, every night, every afternoon, praying to stop what we are about to witness. Yes, I can tell you. And they are good men. And they are men who don't want anything from you. And they are men who don't want anything from Ghana. They just want you to have peace. They have sacrificed their lives. They have put their stomachs. They have committed their hearts to protect this country from falling apart. What you can do as a Ghanaian is to protect your democracy. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the NPP are dangerous. Jane Mensah is a danger to our democracy. Bosman Asare is a danger to our democracy. These are people we are not supposed to allow or entertain in Ghana. What is about to happen tomorrow is dangerous. And let me tell you, the NPP will go every length to kill John Mahama. They will do everything. The one person on this planet who despises Mahama from the bottom of his heart is Akufo-Addo and Gabi, especially Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. If we play careless, they will kill him. What careless? Akufo-Addo will kill Mahama before January 7th. Or right after January 7th, he will kill him. We should not underestimate Akufo-Addo. He's diabolic. He's dangerous. And the people who have worked around him, they know who he is and what he can do. Mahamudu Bawumia is always in support of Akufo-Addo's decisions and actions. Mahamudu Bawumia, he himself till date, when you ask him how he ended up conceding, he can't tell you. He can't. God does not want these people. If we say we are a nation, Onyankopon sawe mua, we need to see it. This should play clearly in our faces. We are not supposed to sleep. We are not supposed to dream. We are not supposed to wait for a vision. We are supposed to see what God is telling us. The number of people who came out to say no to the MPP was a voice from God. He gave us the option to make a decision that will save us, and we made it. Now he has given us the wisdom, the brains to understand that some people want to take our democracy from us, and it's up to us as humans to fight to protect that democracy. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, Jane Mensah, they are dangerous people. Don't underestimate Akufo-Addo one day. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo knows he has about 8 months to live right after John Mahama swearing in as president. He knows nobody's going to kill him. Sickness will kill him. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he knows that after he hands over to John Mahama, he's not going to last a year. He knows what will kill him. He doesn't want it to happen. So don't underestimate Nana Akufo-Addo. If he gets the opportunity, he will nullify John Mahama. That is only guarantee or what to live.
The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values came, that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past.
Before election 2024, today is the last day of 2024, with all due respect, but it is looking like it can't be the last day. Before I came to the studio, I was telling my wife, today is going to be the last day. Today's episode will be the last for this year. Now I have to go back home and try to explain to my wife that today's episode into me the last of the year. It's hard, it's tough, it's terrible. Yesterday, I told my wife, when I've done on Friday, we're done for the year. I saw happiness in her eyes, at least when my bread. But now I have to go back and tell her no. Because from what I am seeing from here, today can't be the last day of 2024. Today can't be. I need to be on air to help Ghana keep its democracy. Before election 2024, all over the place, the IGP was all over the place. Before election 2024, the IGP was meeting everybody talking about peaceful elections. Before 2024 elections, we saw Dampare go to churches, go to places, be on TV, being part of forums, symposium, speaking. Right after election 2024, we have not heard the IGP in any presser. But the IGP was part or collaborated with the Electoral Commission and all the state agencies left to conduct these elections. So, you've not seen the IGP in a presser to tell us his account of these elections. The police, the head of police, cannot do his job. Today, the IGP has been sidelined. Criminals from the police department have been picked up to go 10 guns at Ghanaians. They are using the court to force criminals to wear uniforms to come kill Ghanaians. Before election 2024, Dampare was all over the place. He was telling Ghanaians that the police will be able to handle these elections. Election year in 2024, chaos be a military. There was no chaos from the police. We didn't see one police officer shoot an individual. The killings were all done by the military. And who is the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Who gave the instructions? Akufo-Addo. Ever since the elections, almost 2 weeks, Dampare, the boss of the Ghana Police Service, has not spoken to the public about his assessment. I'll open the phone lines. Now, Mama was so Ghana and Media and you also there. We are all supposed to try and build this nation. What is happening? The NPP Akufo-Addo government, they want to push Ghanaians to the wall. Omo person pushing me out to your limit to blow this country up. And I do Akufo-Addo NPP for they don't know how to leave power. It is dangerous for them to leave power. At this point, leaving power for the NPP is more dangerous than keeping power. You know that? At this point, to the NPP, leaving power or handing over power to John Mahama on the 7th of January is more dangerous than staying in power and suppressing the people. That is why you are seeing all that you are seeing. They are collaborating. And all these agencies or state institutions that are supposed to be the people who are supposed to see through that nobody suppresses the Constitution and suppresses you, and then nobody takes advantage of the Constitution, those institutions which are supposed to do that are rather the institutions that are finding ways. They are finding ways to make Akufo-Addo destroy the democracy, the Electoral Commission, the judiciary, now the military. It hurts. Me come say the things at least I know. So me can will show we swa in Tokabesi wa Ghana. Obi betri tu abo bitrimu tu. I'm telling you. The things I know. Ewe Akufo-Addo aban we mu. The things I know in Ghana, military America. So me come with 10% to check Ghana for the young men on the street. They will go to people's home right now and kill them. They will just walk into people's home. People will jump walls and kill people in their homes. The things I know. So it is not a joke, my friends. The decision you guys made on the 7th of December to give power to the NDC, stick to it. Believe in the decisions of the NDC. The 1992 Constitution was put together by the NDC. The democracy we are enjoying was put together by NDC. So J.J. Rawlings and Kawantiasia and we are not where we are today. It's a fact. Upon all the things Kwame Nkrumah did, Senka J.J. Rawlings and Tiasia in 1992 to put together a democracy or a constitution. The people who believe in democracy, protection of people's right and democracy is the NDC. That is why majority of you people sometimes you think the NDC is timid. That's why majority of the time you people think the NPP is so timid. They don't react. It is because they built this foundation. They built this democracy. They have protected it. It is because some of their colleagues died, their comrades died to build. They don't want to destroy it. What are you doing to help the NDC? Do you think that the things are Ghana Foko Mundano, the NDC, they don't see it? They see it. Do you think that the NDC cannot send people out there to cause mayhem, but at the end of the day, who at the end of the day